So after 90 years of the Oscars, we have the first woman director of colour who's won an Oscar. And the joy is great. She's the second woman director, but the first woman of colour, with so many saying, why is it all white men directors who always clean up at the Oscars? Closer to home, there was an interesting incident in the Parkdale Secondary School, a state high school. An outside speaker came in and said to the Year 11 class, a mixed class, if you're male, if you're white, and if you're Christian, please stand up. A few boys did. She then said, you are privileged and you are the oppressors in our society. Later, some said we thought it was a joke, but we did not dare push back because it was on LGBTQI acceptance and we were scared we'd be accused of being homophobic. Their parents had a different reaction, outraged that their sons, who had done nothing personally wrong to be called oppressors and privileged, were now being labelled and humiliated. Justifiable anger from parents. Well, the question of being white, male and Christian, that actually feels like me and my generation, and maybe in a systemic sense we have been the strong ones who have benefited from those categories. But to use the word systemic and match it up with individual responsibility is really tricky. It's confusing. Derek Chauvin, the Minneapolis policeman with his knee on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds, has been found guilty of murder. Was he just one bad apple? Or is there systemic racism in the Minneapolis police force? Well, in Jesus of Nazareth, the founder of Christianity, we saw an innocent person who only really loved people too much, who said, though I'm not an oppressor, I will take on the systemic evils of the world, the collective responsibility of the world, and I'm prepared to die on the cross for that. So you might be set free and you might be forgiven. In Jesus, in Christianity, we see a uniting of the personal and the systemic.